Welcome everyone, I designed another puzzle. This is the Radio Shock. It's a Radiolarian 8 with windows through some of the pieces so that you can see the Radio 3 dodecahedron that forms the middle layer. When I made the radio bridge, so that's the Radiolarian 8, I noticed that this was possible, so I had to make one. The size is identical to the Radiolarian 8. I'm calling this the Radio Shock because the pattern of small stickers around the corners just looks kind of like electricity to me. So for people unfamiliar with multi-puzzles, these outer windows show the middle set of pieces present in this puzzle. And the outer set of pieces turn at one cut depth, while the inner set of pieces turn at another. So you can see that when I turn it like this. So you can see the outer pieces are turning here, and then the inner ones are turning about here. And so these pieces move, and these pieces in the windows up here move, but these down here, for example, do not. So there's an edge that didn't move with that, and here's an edge that did. These petals all moved, but then these down here didn't. So another way to look at it is that it is, or I guess another way to explain it is just that it's one of these. This is a Dodecahedron 2 or a Radio 3 dodecahedron. It's one of these on the inside, and then it's one of these on the outside. This is the radio bridge that I made recently. Like other Radiolarians, this one jumbles. So in particular, the inner and outer layers both jumble together. Let me get that lined up like this. So you can see there's that whole big block of pieces, and this jumbling affects the inner and outer layers. And then there's also this smaller kind of jumbling that only affects the outer layer. So the inner layer is still, I think it's unchanged entirely actually from that sequence of moves. Anyway, or no, not quite. Anyway, but it doesn't jumble the inner layer, it just jumbles the outer layer. You can still see the inner layer pieces there. So with all these piece types present, the piece types on this puzzle are actually a superset of the piece types present on the Radiolarian puzzles from 2 all the way up to 8. So it covers all of that group of puzzles. Since the design is based on the radio bridge, the turning quality is pretty similar. It turns well, but it does take some attention to keep everything lined up. So for example, longer sequences of moves, you can't do them as fast as you might want to, because these corner pieces will start to catch if you start going fast, which is pretty normal for something this complex. So the windows for viewing the internal parts work really well. The windows through the outer edges are a little bit narrow though, so you may have to check that everything's lined up properly to be able to see that interior edge piece in there. And the width of the width of the window though does help at least let in enough light so that you can see things clearly. Assembly on this one was pretty time consuming just because there are so many stickers to put down. And then as with my previous Radiolarian dodecahedra, I printed this on my Anycubic Cobra Neo with Inland Tough PLA, and I got the stickers from Chewy at Chewy's Custom Puzzles, so look out for more designs and other related content on the way. Thank you.